Hey everyone, Teacher Chang here, and today we're going to go ahead and review how to solve quadratic equations by using the quadratic formula. So in order to do that, we need to know what that quadratic formula is and what we need to do with our equation. So here we have the equation 2x squared is equal to negative 5x plus 3, and this may be an equation that you have seen before in one of my other videos, but this time we're going to be solving it using the quadratic formula. So again, what we want to do is we want to make sure that our equation is in our standard form. And that standard form is ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So we want to set it equal to 0. And then the second thing that we need to know is, well, what is that actual formula? Well, the formula for the quadratic formula is x is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So that's something that we need to be able to remember. So let's go ahead and start off by getting this into our standard form. So we're going to go ahead and get that 5x, that negative 5x over to the left, as well as that 3. So I'm going to take that negative 5x, I'm going to add 5x on both sides. And at the same time, I'm going to go ahead and subtract that 3. So that way, the 5x and the 3's on the right will cancel each other out, leaving us with our new equation as 2x squared plus 5x minus 3 is equal to 0. Now, once we have it in this format, we can easily tell what is a, b, and c. So in this case, a is equal to 2, b is equal to 5, and c is equal to negative 3. So now we're going to use these values and substitute it into our formula. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy out the formula, and anytime I see a letter, I'm just going to go ahead and replace it with that value. So here I got b, and again, when we replace it, when we substitute, we're supposed to put it in parentheses here. So we got negative 5 plus or minus the square root, and then we have our 5 squared, so I'm going to put it in parentheses, minus 4 times a is 2, times c, which is negative 3, and then all of this is over 2 times a, and a is 2 in this case. So all we did is we just substitute here. So now we're going to solve it. We're going to solve it little by little. We don't want to make any careless errors here. So I'm going to keep that negative 5. So negative 5, I'm going to keep that, plus or minus the square root. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do this part over here. I'm going to highlight this part here. So we're going to do negative 5 squared, and we're going to do our negative 4 times 2 times negative 3. So we're going to do that part. And we're also going to do one more part over here, this 2 times 2. So we're going to go ahead and do all of those. So 5 squared is 25. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and do the negative 4 times 2, which is negative 8. And negative 8 times negative 3 is going to give me positive 24. And then all of this is over 2 times 2. Let me fix that. All of this is over 2 times 2, and 2 times 2 is 4. Okay, so now we're going to simplify it a little bit further. We're going to go ahead and do this part right over here, the square root of 25 plus 24. So I'm going to copy everything else down first. So I'm going to copy this down, and now we have x is equal to negative 5 plus or minus, well, 25 plus 24 is 49, and the square root of 49 is 7. And all of this is equal to 4. Okay, so this is our x. Now, because of that plus and minus sign, we can go ahead and write this as 2 problems. So I'm going to go ahead and make some room up down over here. So now we have this. We have x is equal to all of this. And I'm going to go ahead and write this as 2 problems. So the first problem is going to be x is equal to negative 5. And this time I'm going to use the plus sign first. So plus 7 over 4. And then in the other one, I'm going to go ahead and pretty much do the same thing. I have negative 5. And this time I'm going to use the minus sign, minus 7 over 4. So all we got to do is the math. We just do some simple math here. Negative 5 plus 7 is going to give me 2. So now we got 2 over 4 as x, and well, 2 over 4 can be simplified to 1/2. On the other side, we have negative 5 minus 7, which is negative 12 over 4, and negative 12 over 4 can be simplified to negative 3. Now, again, some teachers may want you to go ahead and write it in set form, and if that's the case, it'll look like negative 3 and 1/2. All right, so that's how you use the quadratic formula. I hope this helped out and gave you a little review. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave a comment. And again, don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, good luck, enjoy, and have fun.